Hello and welcome. Today we're diving into how a washing machine works. This explainer is presented by Neelam Talreja, the founder of Mindseed Tutorials, right in Malad West, Mumbai. With years of experience guiding students to academic success, Neelam brings this incredible blend of passion and proving techniques to really accelerate learning.
I mean, seriously, have you ever wondered what's really going on inside that box? It's a daily miracle we just take for granted, right? But how does it actually work? What is happening inside that spinning drum? Well, we're about to unlock all the secrets, and trust me, it's way more fascinating than you probably think.
Getting your clothes clean isn't as simple as just soaking them. You need the right amount of water, you need movement, you need soap, and it all has to work together in perfect harmony. And that's why every single washing machine is really built around two core systems. You've got the plumbing system, which handles all the water, and the mechanical system, which provides all the muscle.
Okay, first up, the plumbing. So water comes into the machine through an inlet valve. And here's something pretty cool. Most modern machines actually just use a single cold water inlet. They heat the water up themselves inside the machine. This gives them super precise control over the temperature, which, is how you avoid shrinking your favorite sweater. Then that water mixes with your detergent, fills the drum, and when it's all said and done, a pump kicks on to force all that dirty water out through a handy little filter. All right, now for the action. The mechanical system is where all the tumbling and spinning happens. Your clothes are sitting in this perforated inner drum, right? And that's spun by a motor, but it's a smart motor. Its speed is managed by a little computer brain that adjusts for everything from your heavy jeans to your delicate silks. And to stop that incredibly powerful spinning from making your whole house shake, the entire thing is cushioned by springs and dampers. It's actually a really elegant piece of engineering when you think about it.
Okay, so we've got the water sorted, and we've got the movement. But the real magic, that comes from the detergent. I mean, how does this simple soap actually pull stubborn dirt out of fabric? Well, the answer lies in one very special, very clever little molecule.
It's all thanks to a tiny molecule called a surfactant. And this thing is, well, it's fascinating. It basically has a split personality. One end of it, the hydrophilic head, absolutely loves water, can't get enough of it. But the other end, the hydrophobic tail, hates water. It avoids it at all costs and instead grabs onto things like oil, dirt, and grease. This right here, this is the secret weapon of soap. So, here's how it all plays out inside the machine. That dirt-loving tail latches onto a greasy stain on your shirt. At the exact same time, the water-loving head is holding on for dear life to the water rushing past in the drum. So when that water gets drained away, it yanks the entire molecule with it and takes the dirt it's holding right along for the ride. It's like a microscopic game of tug-of-war, and believe me, the stain always loses.
But hey, here's a quick pro tip for you. More soap is not better. In fact, it can be a bad thing. See, if you use too much detergent, it doesn't all get washed away. It builds up in the machine's pipes and little crevices, and that becomes a perfect breeding ground for mold and bacteria. You ever wonder where that weird, musty smell on your clean clothes comes from? Yep, that's often the culprit.
All right, we've talked plumbing, we've talked chemistry. Let's get back to what I like to call the mechanical dance. Because the physical movement of the machine is just as critical as the soap for getting a really deep clean.
You might think the drum just spins mindlessly in one direction, but it doesn't. It's actually much smarter. It rotates one way, pauses for a second, and then rotates the other way. This back and forth action, along with those fins or paddles you see on the inside, is what stops your clothes from tangling up into one giant soggy mess. It makes sure water and soap can get to every single fiber.
And that method of agitation, that's the key difference between a top loader and a front loader. A top loader, well, it uses that big central post, the agitator, to basically churn and twist the clothes clean. It's pretty aggressive. A front loader, on the other hand, is a lot gentler. It uses gravity. It lifts the clothes up as the drum turns and then just lets them tumble back down into the water. This tumbling action isn't just less harsh on your clothes, it also uses way less water and energy.
The automatic washing machine feels like it's always been here, right? A staple of modern life, but it has a really fascinating history. So let's take a quick spin through time and see how we went from old-school washboards to the smart machines we have in our homes today.
So, it all kicked off way back in 1851 with a machine that was pretty much just a barrel with a hand crank. Imagine that. The first huge leap forward was in 1908 with a machine called the Thor, the very first electric-powered washer, an absolute game changer. Fast forward to the 1950s and we finally get true automation, machines that could run an entire cycle all by themselves. And then, of course, the 1990s, when the microchip showed up and changed everything, giving us the incredible precision and all those custom cycles we rely on today.
It's a pretty incredible evolution, isn't it? But it does leave us with one last question to think about. After more than 170 years of innovation, going all the way from hand cranks to computer chips, have we finally perfected the washing machine? Or do you think the next big leap in laundry tech is just around the corner?
So the next time you toss in a load of laundry and press start, maybe you'll think about that incredible dance of plumbing, mechanics, and chemistry happening inside. Thank you so much for watching. For personalized guidance and expert tutoring, don't hesitate to reach out to Mindseed Tutorials today.